Cromwell, you get why I'm struggling with this. We've been talking and talking and talking and not getting anywhere. And the only place we ever seem to get is to more heated exchanges rather than any movement. What's it going to take? If he is found not guilty, or if he is not taken to prison or charged or something, this is going to be more trouble.
Yeah, definitely. Well, first let me say that clip with Don Lemon and Talib Kweli, I love the fact that those two African-American men ended their clip or their argument with a peaceful exchange of saying, you know what, I understand you, I appreciate you. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take everyone in this country coming together, because we are divided and people need to sit at the table together. I think in the clip, Don Lemon said, we're going to end this like we would at the kitchen table, together, breaking bread with love. And that's what America needs to do at the end of this, is that they need to come together and they need to start figuring out solutions. And that solution is mobilizing, because there's too much police brutality. These police have been trained poorly, and that's why they're handling this so bad.
Cromwell, I want to get to Evie on that, because that's what I'm sort of spinning with tonight. I'd not really thought about it until, strangely, the cameras heated up. Then I started obsessing about this, is the difference between what I see in the city where I spend most of my time, which is Los Angeles, and what I think I'm seeing out there in the Midwest, which is I see in Los Angeles lots of slow pursuits with lots of show of force, lots of use of dogs, safe use of dogs. Dogs aren't harmed, and lots of tasers and rubber bullets. That's what we see, and they get it done. Why is that not? Is anyone having that conversation?
Well, that's the Los Angeles Police Department. I mean, they've got the resources, the assets. They've got a lot more experience in handling something like this. The city of Ferguson City Police Department, they've never seen anything like this. I think it's unfair to compare a Ferguson Police Department to an NYPD or to an LAPD. But I think when this stuff happens, when we see this disconnect between the law enforcement entities and how one works better, more efficient than the other, what they need to do is work collectively and say, you know what, LAPD is doing this. We should bring them over and have them train us and work efficiently so that they can be better. Some smaller police departments, they do isolate themselves and figure out, you know what, it's been working up until this point. We'll stick to what we're doing. That doesn't always work.
And Sam, a lot of what's been at odds here is the militarization of the police. So not only are they using extreme force, they're using the stuff that's scary as hell.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Dr. Drew. I don't think that's beneficial. I think if you treat someone like a criminal, they're going to act like a criminal. If you meet someone with force, they're going to respond with force. And I do think that we should use this opportunity to adopt the policies that do work, to help give more education, more benefits to these police departments so we can have less loss of lives. Because it's not only Mike Brown that we should be mourning, but let's talk about Dylan Taylor, too. The 20-year-old who was unarmed, who was killed just a couple of days ago by an armed cop.
Is that the footage I have, guys? Is that the footage, control room? Is that the footage?
No, okay. Dylan Taylor's the kid in Utah, 20 years old. He's a white male, and he was also unarmed. So let's have some police reform here so we can prevent these loss of lives. Let's have solutions.
And Tanine, be fair, African-American on African-American crime, usually Crystal's here is bringing that up, that's where more of the homicide is occurring, is it not?
Oh, sure. I mean, yes, exactly. But it's easier to look out of a window than it is to look in a mirror often. We understand that the #1 killer of young black males is young black males. That goes without saying. And that's why I think that rather than discussing this as a racial issue, as the white cop attacking the black kid, because we really don't know all the particulars about what happened in the situation, and it's really not fair to just dump on the police automatically unless that's what your agenda is. Need to get more facts. We need to look at this broader as far as how the police can interact better in the communities that they have to police in order to make people feel inclusive and trusting of them. A lot of police departments are able to do that well, but others are just not. And I think that's a better issue for us to focus our attention on rather than us trying to just, you know, dispel all the racial issues that we have. It's not going to happen.